What's up, people? It's Bad Dog. So, I get asked all the time. I've been getting asked this a lot this year. And then, of course, when Dwayne Haskins declared himself eligible for the draft, we got more questions. Bad Dog, how do you feel about Dwayne Haskins? And then the news last night that Dwayne Haskins grew up a Giants fan. He wants to be on the Giants. He wants the Giants to draft him. He wants to be a part of Big Blue. Now, I'm constantly getting asked these questions. Bad Dog, how about Dwayne Haskins? Bad Dog, what do you think about Dwayne Haskins? How about Dwayne Haskins? So, I understand Giants fans are ready to move on from Eli Manning, as am I. I'm ready for a fresh start at quarterback, a nice change. I know there's an excitement and you know, everybody's feeling invigorated about, hey, man, we got this young, big-arm quarterback, man. This could be the future of the Giants. And I'm ready to go, man. We're going to get our future quarterback, and we're going back to the Super Bowl. See, I don't believe Dwayne Haskins is that guy. Not me. The number 6 overall pick, and Todd Dumont said this in my comment section, and I couldn't agree with him more. You know, Dwayne Haskins has played about 1 year's worth of college football. He's raw still. He's a project. He's somebody the Giants would have to develop. And you don't go into a draft drafting a quarterback number 6 overall with the thoughts of we're going to develop this guy and in 2 years he's going to be our starter. That's not what you do with the number 6 overall pick. Your number 6 overall quarterback pick is supposed to be your quarterback for the next 10 to 15 years, and he should be starting his rookie season. Maybe not game 1. But you look at all those first-round quarterbacks last year. Baker Mayfield starting. Sam Darnold starting. Josh Allen starting. Josh Rosen starting. Lamar Jackson starting. All 5 of those quarterbacks start for their respective teams. Dwayne Haskins would have to be starting next year for that to even be worth it. And for me personally, I don't believe he's ready to start in the NFL in his rookie year. That's just my opinion. Now, I know there's going to be some hate. Bad Dog, you're crazy. We need a quarterback. You don't know what you're talking about, man. We need Haskins as the guy. I get it. I understand. I do. I see both sides of the argument, guys. But I'll go over these statistics again. The New York Giants were the highest scoring team in our division, and we were the worst team in our division. We were 5-11. So we had no problems scoring points, especially in the second half of the season. And again, I'm ready to move on from Eli Manning. I am. Because Eli Manning's very inconsistent. He made bad throws and he made bad plays. I get it. But he also had games where he played very well. And I get that too. Now, we lost 4 games at the end with less than a minute to go. We blew 4 leads, okay? We blew the game against the Panthers. We obviously 63-yard field goal is ridiculous, but shouldn't have come to that. Defense should have shut them down, made the play, won the game. Didn't happen. We lost to the Eagles, where we were up 19-3. Defense allowed the Eagles to go down, kick a game-winning field goal at the end of the game. We lost that game. You know, the game against the Bears, which you ended up winning, we gave up 10 points in 90 seconds, blew a 27-17 lead with 1:32 to go, ended up winning in overtime. But the defense blew that one. We blew the game against the Colts. We were up 14 points a couple of times, and we allowed them to just go down the field and score a game-winning touchdown at the end of the game. Just like we did against the damn Dallas Cowboys the last week of the season. We had a nice lead. We go up, and we can't stop anybody from scoring. The defense is the issue here, more so than it is the offense. So me, a top 6 pick, I want Josh Allen. He may not fall to the Giants. I'd be willing to trade up to get Josh Allen. The dude was absolutely dominant at Kentucky. He had 17 sacks. He had 21 tackles for loss. He had 88 solo tackles on his own. He absolutely destroyed Penn State in that bowl game. Josh Allen is the guy that I want more than anybody else, and I'd be willing to trade up to get him. I mean, that's just me. Guys love Dwayne Haskins. I understand this, man. And again, I understand both sides of the argument. I do. I understand why we need a quarterback, man. We got to get this guy. We got to get this guy. But again, if you draft Dwayne Haskins number 6 overall and you miss, you're screwed. You screwed your franchise 3, 4, 5 years. Because you don't draft a quarterback number 6 overall with the expectation that we're just going to let him play out his rookie contract and then we're going to let him walk. You draft a quarterback 6 overall to say that is our guy for the next decade to 15 years. He will be the man. I don't believe Dwayne Haskins is that guy. I'll ask all you guys out there that believe this. How much have you actually watched Dwayne Haskins play at Ohio State? Besides the Michigan game, besides the Rose Bowl, when everybody was looking at him because the Giants fans knew at that point, well, this is a guy that could possibly be a New York Giant, so I'm going to watch the Rose Bowl. I mean, how many Buckeye games did you actually sit down and watch this man perform? He threw 79 times against Purdue, and they got rocked 49-20. That game against Purdue is the whole reason they were not eligible, or I shouldn't say eligible, but the whole reason they weren't in the college playoff. It was that game to Purdue that they lost that kept them out of there. He threw the ball almost 80 times, and they only scored 20 points. I'm not willing to give up a number 6 pick for a guy that started 13 college games, plays at Ohio State. I don't care how many Big Ten passing records he broke. I don't care about college. I mean, Ron Dane broke a bunch of rushing records in the Big Ten too, and he was terrible in the NFL. So, me personally, I think the Giants need to concentrate on winning in the trenches. And if we have to trade up to get Josh Allen, I want that best freaking defensive end, outside linebacker, pass rusher, whatever it is. I want that guy on this team. I'd much rather have a defensive player like Josh Allen than drafting Dwayne Haskins, number 6 overall. Now, if the Giants somehow could trade back to number 12, number 13, and get another second-round pick and get Dwayne Haskins 12th or 13th, I don't think he'd go that far down. But if that was possible, I'd be all for that. I'm just not willing to take him 6th. You know, like I said, if the Giants go out, trade down, get a second or third-round pick, whatever they get, and they take them later in the first round, I'm not saying 19th or 20th, I'm saying, 12th, 13th, whatever, I wouldn't have a problem with it. And I'll be completely honest with you guys, too. I don't want him 6th. But if the Giants do take him 6th overall, I'm not going to scream and rant and rave that it's a horrible pick, okay? I just don't prefer him there. But if we take him, it's not going to be like my Eli Apple video where I was ready to strangle Jerry Reese for taking that guy. It was probably the most upset I've ever been at any draft that the Giants had when it took Eli Apple. I was so irate about that pick. I'm not going to be mad if they take Dwayne Haskins 6th. I'm not going to be upset if they take Dwayne Haskins 6th. I just sounded like Tweety Bird there. I'm not going to be upset if we pick him 6th. I just prefer an offensive lineman or, like I said, an outside rusher because we really need that one big playmaker. At the end of the game, when it's 3rd down and 12 or 4th and 12 or 4th and 6, where you got that edge pass rusher that gets around the freaking end and sacks the quarterback and shuts the door closed on that opposing offense and wins the game for the Giants. That's the guy I want. And if we have to trade up to get Josh Allen and give up a second-round pick, like the Entertainah said a couple weeks ago, I don't know if that was last week or a couple weeks ago, I would do it. We would both do that. Speaking of which, that's really all I got in this video. So that's just my opinion on the Dwayne Haskins things. But yes, guys, tonight, the Entertainah Talking Sports, link to his channel's in the description, will be on his channel. Obviously, we'll be talking a lot about this Dwayne Haskins things. We'll talk about the playoffs. We'll talk a lot about, talk about a lot more. Make sure you join us for that, probably about 9:50. I know we posted something on the community notes. I wasn't sure the exact time, but 9:50, 10 o'clock, somewhere in there, as usual. So make sure you tune into that. And until next time, guys, it's Bad Dog, and I'm out. Peace!